use CTC Financial or MMCA for a loan modification, or go over to Franklin Loan Center and use us. We want to educate. Yeah, people. Really, what we're doing is it's an educational show, and is like, I know when I was trying to buy a house, even I've been in the mortgage industry since '99. I'm sitting here going, right now, quite frankly, since I'm not doing loans, if I didn't know you, I wouldn't know really what what the rates are or anything like that. So this is a chance for people to call in and say, hey, you know what, am I getting a good rate? Or, hey, is that guy charging too much on a modification? Or, hey, I'm trying to do my own modification. What are the rules for this bank? What is this bank doing? Jason, what have you seen? And that's why we're here, just so we can ask. The phone lines here at the studio are 760-416-8475. We'd really love some callers. If you have any questions, every day, 1 in 8 homeowners is late on their mortgage right now. So every single day, there's more and more people that need help. Unfortunately,
Yeah, definitely.
We've got the subprime. We're 95% of the way through the subprime fallout and the subprime mortgage stuff. And we're heading into the unemployment phase of the economy, and that's something that we're really going to have to try to help people with and try to nip it in the bud. And unfortunately, a lot of the banks aren't doing it.
Definitely, there's a lot of information out there, and the media is promoting what they think is going to grab eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it's not the same information that's actually being applied and practiced in the industry.
Right.
So we're going to go over a couple of different programs and new things that we're seeing in the marketplace.
Right.
Jason, what are you going to go over today?
Today, a couple of the things that I wanted to touch on today, and really I want to cover what anybody wants me to cover. So if there's some callers, I want to cover first and foremost what they want, but more, what I think is important is I wanted to talk about, I started recording my loan modification calls the other day because you've got the government saying, hey, call 995, call 995, call 995, call all these numbers or go down and see your HUD counselor, go down and see your HUD counselor. And a lot of people don't know that going down to your HUD counselor, when you go down to HUD, only 19.5% of the time can they help you with their loan modification.
19.5%?
That's it. And 80% of the time your payment doesn't go down.
So what are they doing?
So they're taking $100 from the bank. The banks pay HUD to help them. That's like if you're getting sued by someone in court, walking over from the plaintiff's bench over to the defendant's bench over to the plaintiff's bench and asking that guy if he'll represent you right there.
Yeah, well,
that's exactly what it is. We've got a caller on the line, Sean. We've got JW from Indio. JW, thank you for calling the mortgage hotline. This is Jason and Sean.
Hey there, Jason and Sean. I'm doing loan modifications on 7 properties.
Uh-huh.
I'm doing, let me give you a quick breakdown. I'm doing one on Chase.
Uh-huh.
I'm doing one on my house through Bank of America, which used to be Countrywide.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm doing 5 on IndyMac Bank.
All right.
And I had paid my loan modification fees, $2,500 a month. I've paid off the loan modification to my loan modifier in San Juan Capistrano, an attorney,
mm-hmm.
and I know the lender, and they're working together on but I went in there, it was a Sunday, March the 1st, I dropped my big box off and
mm-hmm.
files and everything, and here it is, it's the middle of July, and they've been trying to contact, IndyMac Bank's been very uncooperative.
Yeah.
I'm worried about now foreclosing. I want to avoid my excellent credit. Well, it was excellent credit until March. I want to avoid foreclosure. What is the situation? I have so many questions, but I'm only going to probably only be able to give you 3 questions.
Yeah, go ahead and ask away.
I have an FHA that I got on my house, and I made my first mortgage payment on my house here last October 1st.
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking that I may not be able to modify this until after October 1st.
Right.
Is that true?
The rule of thumb with modifications is you have to have the home a year before you modify.
Well, I've owned the home here for 3 years.
Okay. Own the home. I mean, have the loan, the current loan that you have. Now, let me ask you something. Are you late on that FHA stream? FHA?
Yes, I am.
You are late. Okay. A couple of things that just happened in this. That we just got the announcement on this on Thursday night. from the California Association of Realtors. The new home affordable modification that you probably have heard about with the government just opened up to FHA people who are late. If you're not late on your FHA loan, you can do an FHA streamline. But if you are late on your FHA loan, now you can bring that under the realm of the home affordable modification as of Thursday. They're probably going to be implementing that these next few weeks, as many banks still are on the regular home affordable modification that came out March 4th. But it's something that you should consider.
So if I did my first mortgage payment October 1st, really it was to cover the September 2008 payment. I may be able to do this now.
Yeah, well, you typically they typically want you to have it a year, but it depends. What we do at our company is we call up and we ask your bank, hey, can we do this? We get your borrower's authorization, and we call them and say, hey, what can we do? What are our options?
Yeah, it's definitely better to try to do something today and find out and ask the questions than to wait based on a calendar requirement.
The thing is, just say, hey, here's my situation, here's what I'm thinking. You have to remember, they don't want to own your house, and the federal government doesn't want to use that FHA insurance, okay? So
they don't want to foreclose. They'd rather you.
No, they don't. They don't want
modified.
to. It's really difficult, because we've been doing this for a long time. It's difficult to do 7 of these things at one time, but it really, in some ways, is beneficial, simply and only because you can show the bank all of the. Now, how much have you paid overall for this now? My goodness.
$12,500 for all 7, which is a good deal. But then in the contract it says I could end up paying up to $5,000 more, or no more than $5,000 more to cover like any administrative stuff.
Well, did you not get the Costco bulk rate on that?
I think that's a good deal I got, but the deal that I'm worried about right now is this thing is I'm going to go. I started getting quality loan letters on June the 22nd.
Yeah.
So I think it's October the 22nd that they'll start going into foreclosure.
And Quality Loan is the assigned trustee in the state of California. They're huge, and they're typically the ones that when you get notice of default, typically the one that is sending you those notices.
Yeah, but I haven't gotten it on all. I got them on 4, but not on 3 properties.
Yeah. Well, the other one's coming. The thing is basically. Now you said you had what, Chase?
Yeah,
Chase, IndyMac, and Bank of America, right?
Yeah, for my house, and Chase for a triplex.
Okay. So yeah, I mean those. Be careful with Bank of America. Bank of America, is that your investment property?
No, that's for my house.
Okay, all right. I was going to say Bank of America is not doing a whole lot, depending on who owns the mortgage. Isn't doing a whole lot of investment properties. I'd like to. I definitely would be happy to. What's your second and third question?
The second one is what if on the 5 IndyMac ones, since they're probably Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, we don't know yet, they may say we can't modify, but could they, if they say they can't modify, could they make it from a 30 to a 40-year loan, even though it's a fixed 30-year now?
They typically can, but when they're owned by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, you're having a very, very, very difficult time modifying any investment property.
Wow.
So yeah, and the problem with the lawyer is they take retainer fees. They don't guarantee anything. So, unfortunately, although you may have got a good deal, I have a feeling that 4 or 5 of your properties may not be modifiable. We've got 3 or 4 more calls backed up here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on with Charlie, and we've got a cut here for a few seconds.
Okay.
But what I want to do is I want to get your information, and if you want to come in, we don't charge anything. I'll show you what I know, and I'll tell you my lender updates for those lenders. And if that can help your lawyer, I'm happy to do it.
Okay.
I'm going to put you on the phone with Charlie. Give him your phone number, and we'll contact you as soon as we get off the air here, because I could sit down and talk to you for 3 hours, but we've got to get to some other callers. JW, I really appreciate you tuning into the mortgage hotline, okay?
All right.
Just please give Charlie your phone number, and we'll give you a call back.
Absolutely.
Okay? All right. Thank you so much.
Wow.
JW. Yeah,
there's a lot of information out there.
The thing about this is nobody's doing these pre-qualifications up front.
Right.
I wouldn't have taken this person's money so fast on these deals. I don't care, because the fact of the matter is,
you know the success ratios and you know what's going on.
He's not late on his mortgages. I'm probably not going to take on the client. Very few instances will I do that unless they've been late. Okay, this is K News Radio, AM 970, 1140, and 1250, the Desert's News Talk Superstation.